that a lot of questions. What's going on? This is not normal. And is it really shocking that all this egregious violence goes against my husband? Especially that we hear the leaders from the opposition party and mainstream media branding him as a threat to democracy, calling him vile names. They only fueling a toxic atmosphere and giving power all of these people that they want to do harm to him. This needs to stop. This needs to stop.
A $150 million lawsuit is no small matter, especially when it involves a former First Lady and a well-known TV personality. Melania Trump has taken legal action against Sunny Hostin following comments made on The View *. It all began when Hostin made remarks about Melania's relationship with Donald Trump, hinting that she wasn't fond of him and even suggesting she might want him gone. Whether it was meant as a joke or not, the backlash was immediate. Social media exploded, headlines read, and Melania decided she had enough. Known for speaking only when it truly matters, Melania is now making her stance clear in court. She's accusing Hostin of defamation, claiming the statements were false and seriously harmful to her reputation. And she's not just seeking an apology. She's demanding $150 million in damages, a figure that underscores how serious she is. But this case isn't just about the money. It raises a big question. Can media personalities make bold claims about public figures without facing consequences?
This is a network that still runs out fact checks to these women, like it's concerned about them staying factual. She hates Trump. She doesn't want to be near him. She doesn't want to be president again. She destroyed the Rose Garden and she hates Christmas. That is what passes for news on a network. They did a presidential.
Where we draw the line between free opinion and defamation. If Melania Trump wins her lawsuit against Sunny Hostin, it could set a precedent that changes how TV hosts approach political figures forever. This isn't just a legal battle. It's a fight over free speech, media accountability, and personal reputation that could ripple through the entire media landscape. Melania Trump has a history of taking action when she believes her reputation is at stake. Back in 2017, she sued the Daily Mail after the British tabloid published a story alleging she worked as an escort before meeting Donald Trump. The article caused a media frenzy, tying her name to a damaging and false narrative. Rather than letting it slide, Melania fought back. She filed defamation lawsuits in both the US and the UK, seeking $150 million in damages. Her argument: the story didn't just tarnish her reputation, it also impacted her ability to pursue business opportunities as First Lady. The case didn't last long. The Daily Mail quickly retracted the story, issued an apology, and settled the lawsuit for a reported $2.9 million. This history shows that Melania isn't afraid to use the courts to defend herself. And this latest lawsuit could once again test the limits of media freedom and responsibility.
Trump came out and said she's about as pro-choice as they come. And here was the reaction on The View.
Wife of a dictator. She doesn't sound like the wife. She don't sound like the wife of an evil man.
Yeah, she sounds like she's in a happy marriage, right? Why would she go on here and talk with Fox and go in there?
The Daily Mail lawsuit didn't just end with a settlement. It came with a public apology, where the tabloid admitted its claims were untrue. That case sent a clear message. Melania Trump takes defamation seriously. She made it clear she wouldn't tolerate damaging rumors, no matter how influential the media outlet. Melania may not be the loudest voice in politics, but she's certainly one of the most calculated. Unlike her husband, who often fires back at critics on social media, Melania takes a quieter, more strategic approach. Her weapon of choice: lawsuits. From the moment she stepped into the role of First Lady, Melania positioned herself as someone who demanded respect. While other political spouses used PR teams or media interviews to address criticism, she took her battles to the courtroom. Whether it was the Daily Mail case or smaller legal threats against authors and publishers spreading rumors, Melania followed a clear pattern. She didn't engage in public arguments. She let her lawyers do the talking. To some, her approach painted her as a private figure standing up for her dignity. To others, it seemed like a way to control her image and silence critics. Regardless of perspective, Melania's legal battles set her apart from other first ladies, shaping a public image that blends strategy, resilience, and a demand for accountability.
People like our show because they know that we are checked by ABC News. But
we're checked by everybody.
Yeah, but we went from Walter Cronkite basically to this guy Joe Rogan who believes in dragons. I checked it. He believes in dragons. He believes in dragons.
Did you triple source that?
Yes, I did. And he also thinks that dragons, like dinosaur type of animals, roamed the earth when people did. So this is the type of really, really bad information that's going.
While past first ladies often faced criticism without taking legal action, Melania Trump's approach has been different. But will the strategy work against The View and Sunny Hostin? Winning a case against a tabloid like the Daily Mail is one thing, but challenging a mainstream TV personality on a nationally syndicated talk show is a much bigger task. If Melania wins, it could reshape how media figures talk about public personalities. On the other hand, if she loses, it could reinforce the idea that public figures, no matter how influential, can't always control the narrative. This time, the stakes are higher than ever. Sunny Hostin is no stranger to controversy, but her comments on The View have landed her in hot water. During a recent episode, she made a bold and shocking claim that Melania Trump hates her husband and secretly wants him gone. It wasn't framed as a lighthearted joke. It came across as a direct attack on Melania's relationship with Donald Trump. Hostin even suggested that Melania was quietly undermining her husband's political goals behind the scenes. The audience reacted with a mix of laughter and shock, but the clip quickly went viral. So where did Hostin get this idea? She pointed to Melania's past comments, particularly her support for personal freedoms, which at times seemed to contradict Donald Trump's policies. For instance, Melania had expressed support for women's rights and abortion access, which directly conflicted with Trump's staunch anti-abortion stance. Whether Hostin's remarks were based on speculation or intended as commentary, they sparked a legal battle that could have far-reaching implications for media accountability and free speech.
In defense, there are some really good news.
It's possible that Donald Trump did roam the earth when dinosaurs were here.
Scream.
What about Gates?
Sunny, you have a legal note.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to ABC News that this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism. That
Hostin's comments on The View took a bold turn when she suggested that Melania Trump harbored deep resentment toward her husband, hinting that Melania was subtly signaling her opposition to Donald Trump's actions. Whether Hostin was exaggerating for effect or genuinely believed her claims, she had clearly ventured into risky territory. Publicly accusing Melania of despising her husband on national television was bound to spark a reaction, and Melania wasn't going to let it slide. The backlash came swiftly. Conservative commentators criticized The View for spreading baseless speculation, calling it yet another example of media bias against Republicans. Melania's supporters defended her, arguing that this was an unfair attack on a former First Lady who has largely stayed out of political mudslinging. They pointed out that Melania rarely discusses her personal life, making Hostin's claims purely speculative. On the flip side, some media outlets supported Hostin, saying that public figures, especially former First Ladies, are naturally subject to scrutiny. They argued that Melania's public behavior, like refusing to hold Trump's hand in certain moments or her stoic expressions during his speeches, had fueled rumors about their marriage for years. To them, Hostin was merely voicing what many people had already speculated. What sets this situation apart, however, is the legal element. Speculating about a celebrity's marriage is one thing, but making a claim about personal resentment that could harm someone's reputation crosses into potentially actionable territory. Legal analysts began weighing in as the clip went viral, debating whether Hostin's comments could qualify as defamation. It didn't take long for the answer to emerge. Reports soon surfaced that Melania's legal team was already drafting a lawsuit, signaling that she was ready to take action and bring this fight to court. This case could set a significant precedent, not just for Melania, but for how the media navigates commentary on public figures moving forward.
Are such vile comments, but they are exactly what the View's audience loves. It is targeted perfectly at a radically feminist, liberal audience that loves hate. Another now, this is loving and tolerant rhetoric the left uses, which they accuse the opposing side of using. And this one, those women are a danger to America. They do more than anyone else to stoke political and social tension.
Unlike past criticisms she had brushed aside, this time, Melania Trump decided to take action. She wasn't holding back against Sunny Hostin. What began as a controversial remark on asterisk, the View asterisk quickly spiraled into a national debate. News networks, political pundits, and social media were flooded with opinions. Some argued that Hostin's comments were protected as free speech, emphasizing that media personalities should be allowed to voice their opinions without fear of lawsuits. Others believed Melania had every right to defend her reputation against statements she considered harmful and untrue. When the lawsuit details emerged, the magnitude of the case became evident. Melania wasn't just demanding an apology. She was suing for a jaw-dropping $150 million. That figure sent shockwaves through the media industry, raising questions about whether this could redefine how public figures are discussed by talk show hosts, comedians, and commentators. For Sunny Hostin, what started as a bold on-air statement had become a legal nightmare. For Melania Trump, this wasn't just about one remark. It was about making a statement. She wanted to set a precedent. She wouldn't allow anyone to drag her name through the mud without consequences. The big question now is whether this lawsuit will mark a turning point for media accountability or be seen as a direct challenge to free speech. Regardless of the outcome, one thing is certain: this battle is far from over. Melania has officially filed a $150 million defamation lawsuit against Sunny Hostin and asterisk, the View asterisk. Her legal team claims that Hostin's remarks weren't just false. They were made with malicious intent to harm her reputation. The lawsuit alleges that Hostin knowingly spread untrue statements, including accusations that Melania despises her husband and secretly works to undermine him.
Defend yourself all the time. As you may heard, I file a few lawsuits and I'm in the court now because they accuse me of doing stuff that I never did in my life, and they wrote lies, and I will not allow that. I will fight till the end because I don't want that they damage my reputation.
Melania Trump's lawsuit emphasizes that Sunny Hostin's comments lack any factual foundation and accuses her of making serious allegations on a national platform with significant consequences. Her legal team describes the remarks as a calculated attack on Melania's character, claiming they caused substantial harm to her personal and public reputation. The lawsuit argues that these statements weren't offhand remarks, but were delivered with the intent to humiliate and defame. What stands out most is the staggering $150 million demand, highlighting how serious Melania is about using this case to set an example. Her attorneys assert that the financial figure reflects not only the damage to her reputation, but also the importance of holding media figures accountable for what they see as unfounded and harmful statements. The case doesn't just target Sunny Hostin. It also names asterisk, The View asterisk and ABC as defendants, arguing that they allowed the statements to air without challenging them, thereby endorsing the claims. If Melania succeeds, the ruling could have far-reaching implications for media networks, potentially forcing them to be more cautious about how their hosts discuss public figures. However, winning a defamation case as a public figure is notoriously difficult. The burden of proof is high, requiring evidence that the statements were made with actual malice. This lawsuit isn't just a legal battle. It's a pivotal moment that could redefine the boundaries of media responsibility and free speech.
You know who has been bragging all over the campaign trail about how he's the one that overturned Roe v. Wade, but apparently his wife has different thoughts on the reproductive rights after posting this video plugging her memoir. Take a look.
Melania Trump's defamation lawsuit faces significant legal hurdles due to the stringent standards for public figures in the United States. To succeed, she must prove the statements made by Sunny Hostin were not only false, but also made with actual malice a legal requirement that demands showing Hostin either knowingly spread false information or acted with reckless disregard for the truth. This high bar often makes defamation cases involving celebrities and politicians rare and challenging to win. Melania's 2017 lawsuit against the Daily Mail offers a precedent but differs in key ways. In that case, the allegations about her past were factual claims that could be proven false. The case ended in a settlement, with the Daily Mail paying damages and issuing an apology. However, Hostin's statements were made during a live talk show and framed as opinions or subjective commentary rather than verifiable facts. Courts tend to give greater protection to opinion-based speech, particularly in the context of political discussions, making this case more complex. Hostin's legal team is likely to argue that her remarks were expressions of opinion, not definitive claims, which could significantly weaken Melania's case. However, Melania's legal team will likely counter by highlighting the specificity of Hostin's statements and their alleged intent to damage her reputation, emphasizing the platform's national reach and potential harm caused. Despite the challenges, there are examples of successful defamation lawsuits involving public figures. The lawsuit has sparked rumors about Hostin's future on The View with some reports suggesting ABC executives were considering terminating her contract. However, these claims were debunked, and Hostin remains with the show. This case highlights the tension between free speech and reputational harm, reminding media personalities of the risks of crossing the line in their commentary. The outcome will likely set a precedent for how the media navigates controversial topics and protects itself from legal repercussions, shaping the future of permissible speech about public figures.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
The legal battle between Sunny Hostin and Melania Trump left a significant mark on both Hostin's career and ABC's approach to public commentary. While Hostin wasn't fired, the lawsuit prompted ABC to reassess its editorial practices, urging hosts to be more cautious with language, especially regarding political figures. The case raised key questions about the balance between free speech and the reputational risks to public figures. If Melania wins, it could reshape how talk shows like The View handle controversial topics, potentially creating a chilling effect. Conversely, if Hostin wins, it may embolden media personalities to speak more freely without fear of legal repercussions. This lawsuit highlights the legal risks of strong opinions and may set a precedent for how public figures are discussed in the media.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
Because I do want to get back to this point with the left and Melania Trump. Why can't she just be her own woman and have separate?
And she can.
And so why all that criticism? I mean, that was gross from The View. And look, The View is not the litmus test of America. We don't think that.
They were afraid of that remark. That was their problem.
So why
This situation raises important questions about the balance between free speech and responsibility. While talk show hosts should be free to express opinions, speculation about a public figure's personal life can lead to reputational harm. Melania Trump's case tests how far media personalities can go in their commentary without facing legal consequences. If she wins, it could encourage public figures to defend their reputations more actively, but it might also make hosts more cautious in what they say. The outcome will influence how future media discussions unfold and set boundaries between free expression and the potential harm caused by unverified claims.